Hello, dear friends. I am sad that we're not together today, but I'm really excited about this new Place Value app that I just purchased. I hope that it makes seeing this easier for you, and I hope that you can follow along during these math lessons. The math lesson that we are doing today is 2.3C. That can be found in your teacher's manual on pages 94 and 95. And we are dividing two place decimals by 1-digit whole number in this lesson. So we are going to have 2 place value decimal here divided by a 1-digit whole number. Let's put this little guy back. There we go. That means that in this problem we have 7 wholes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have any tenths, and we have 2 hundredths. So I'll move those guys over here. We need to divide all of them into 3 groups. The first thing that we need to do when we're dividing with multiple digit decimals is we need to take a look at the largest place value. Our largest place value is the ones place right here. And we need to divide those 7 ones into 3 groups. I know because we have 7 and we have 3 groups, I know I could put 2 in each of these groups because I know that 2 times 3 is 6. I don't have enough ones left over to divide into and to give each of the groups one more whole one. So we're going to write this by saying we gave each group 2, we used 6, and we have 1 left over. Now we are going to bring down our next place value, which is the tenths place. Because we have 1 whole and we have 3 groups, we need to rename this 1 whole as something else. Say if you know what the 1 whole should be renamed as. And if you said 10 tenths, you are correct. So I'm going to scoot this guy down over here. I don't know how to throw those away yet. I'll figure it out. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 10 tenths are the same as that 1 whole. And now we can divide these 10 tenths into our 3 groups. Well, we could think about it a few different ways. We know that we have enough, for sure, that 1 can go in each, and we would have used 3. 2 can go in each, and we would have used 6. 3 could go in each, and we would have used 9. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to show this. I'm going to use a different color so you can see that we're moving on to the tenths place here. We can show this by saying this is the same as 1 whole and 0 tenths, or you can think of this as 10 tenths, and we had 10 tenths divided into the 3 groups, so we put 3 tenths into each of the 3 groups, and we used 3, 6, 9. We used 9 tenths. And we have 1 little tenth left over here, this guy. Now, just like when we're doing long division with whole numbers, we're going to bring down our next place value. This number over here is 1/10 plus 2 hundredths, which I think you can see outside of our circles. But we could also think of this as 12 hundredths. So again, we are going to rename this 1/10 and rename it, put this guy way over here. We're done with him. We're going to bring 10 more over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we have 10 hundredths plus 2 more hundredths. So we actually have 12 hundredths here. We need to divide these 12 hundredths into 3 groups. And 4th grade, as you might remember from when we're adding decimals and subtracting decimals and multiplying decimals, when you divide decimals with the same place value, you're going to get the answer in the same place value. So 12 hundredths divided by 3 is 4 hundredths, the same way that 12 wholes divided by 3 is 4 wholes. This means up here, this 4 means that we should be able to put 4 hundredths into each of these groups and not have any left. And there we have it. When we look at our whole problem here, we don't have anything else to bring down over here. So our whole answer is here. 7 and 2 hundredths divided by 3 is 2 and 34 hundredths, or 2 wholes, 3 tenths, and 4 hundredths. For this next one, it's a bigger number for sure. So I'm going to show you kind of a different way that you can divide things up without actually using all those place value discs. Our next problem is this. It is 38 and 52 hundredths. And I would love for you to pause and write that down right now. Okay, and then we're going to divide this into 9 groups. Rather than drawing my circles this time, I'm going to see if I can do this way. So I have 9 groups there. Feel free to pause so that you can draw 9 groups too. Now, just like last time, we need to take a look at our largest place value. Our largest place value is the tens place. We have 3 tens, which would be these guys here. We have 3 of them. But we have 9 places over here. 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 spots that we need to fill. So rather than calling this 3 tens, we need to think of this as 38 ones. And we need to take our 38 ones and divide them up into those 9 groups. So this is where your fast facts are really going to help you. You should know that you could definitely give 1 to each of these 9 groups. You would have used 9 because 9 times 1 is 9. You could give 2 to each group and you'd have 18. If you put 3 in each group, you would have 27. And if you put 4 in each group, you'd have 36. 36 is really close to 38, so I'm guessing that's the one that we're going to need. If we can try going up 1 more just to make sure. So if we put 5 in each group, we would have used 45, but we only have 38, which is why we need to put 4 ones in each group. And I'm going to make these decimals really big to show this 4 is in the ones place. So you go ahead and put 4 ones in each of the 9 groups. Once you've done that, we're going to come over here and we're going to work on our algorithm. When we were dividing by 38 ones divided by 9, we used 4 in each group for a total of 36. So we're going to take away the 36 that we've already divided up. 38 ones minus 36 ones is 2 ones. And make sure you pop your decimal place right up there. I also like to put mine down here just because it reminds me of what place value I'm in, but you don't have to do it that way. Okay, then I'm going to switch colors. So if you are following along at home and you'd like to do different colors for different place values, feel free. We're going to take a look now at our next one. We need to bring down this 5, and this means that we have 2 ones left over and 5 tenths left over. We can think of this as 2 ones and 5 tenths, but 2 ones will not give us 9, one to put in each of the 9 boxes. So we need to think of this as 25 tenths. 25 tenths, we have enough tenths to fit those 9 boxes. So then let's think about this with our 9s again. We could definitely put 1/10 in each of the 9 boxes and we would have used 9. 9 times 1 is 9. If we put 2 in each box, we would have used 18. 9 times 2 is 18. If we put 3 in each box, we would use 27 because 9 times 3 is 27. 27's too big. It's too many. We don't have enough. So we have to only put 2 tenths in each of these boxes. And I'm going to show that up here by saying I put 2 tenths in each of the 9 boxes, and I used 18 of those tenths. 25 minus 18 is 7 tenths. And you might think, Mrs. Fink, that is a very big number to have left over when you've subtracted everything. But if you remember, when we were doing regular long division, I told you if this number that you get when you've subtracted something is smaller than this number, then you're in good shape. Because this number is how many you need in order to pop up to the next multiple. So even though 7's a big number, 7 is less than 9, so we're still fine. Now we're going to come down here and bring down our hundredths. We have 7 tenths and 2 hundredths, but we're going to think of this as 72 hundredths. And in your head, you should be thinking, ooh, I know a fact that has to deal with 9 and 72 because a number bond that I know is 9 times 8 is 72. That means that if I have 72 hundredths dividing into 9 groups, I can put 8 in each group. So that's what I'm going to do. When I put 8 in each group, I actually used all 72 hundredths, and I don't have anything left. I also don't have anything up here to bring down, so I have 0 left over, nothing left to bring down. So my problem, when I put my 8 up here to show that that's how many I put in my hundredths place, my problem is finished. 38 and 52 hundredths divided by 9 is 4 and 28 hundredths. Now I'm going to clear this, and we are going to do something called pause and you try. In your textbook, on page 57, you should see number 12, A through C. I would like you to do those 3 problems. Pause this video, and when you're finished, I'll show you the answers for those 3 problems to make sure that you understand this concept.